I am the office administrator at the Beit Am Jewish Community here in Corvallis. This was a whole house remodel. When I bought this house a few years ago, I could see that it had great character, and my goal was to keep as much of the original character as possible, but it did need some upgrading. When I realized the kitchen needed to be upgraded, the bathrooms needed to be upgraded, the floors needed to be upgraded, and end up being the whole house, top to bottom. The kitchen probably had the most complete remodel. Everything was removed. The footprint of the kitchen stayed the same, but every surface was replaced. So all the cabinets are new. The countertops were replaced with white quartz. We replaced the sink with this beautiful turquoise sink. Added some pendant lights and track lights in here. Both bathrooms also were completely taken down to the studs and redone. This room was very, very bland before we put in this beautiful pink tile. We added the stringer, the checkerboard stringer, and gave it that 1950s vintage look. We put this angled vanity and added cabinets over the sink, and then we added a light over the vanity and also on the other opposing wall just to fill the room with light. And we also have a new bathtub and a new sink and a new toilet. We added brass inserts around the terrazzo floor to give it that vintage look. Reminds me of the department store terrazzo when I was a kid. They always had the brass inserts in between, and Evan was able to figure out a way to make it work. And it's a one-of-a-kind floor, and it's heated. So this room was really fun to design because of the beautiful green tile that's in the shower and is also mirrored in the backsplash. And it just looks great with the under cabinet lighting. It just hits the top of that tile. It gives it a very three-dimensional look. We added glass shower doors, new sinks, new fixtures, new vanity, new toilet with a bidet, and the vent with this amazing matching tile cutout that Evan did is mind-blowing how perfect he got that to look just like it was cut right out of it. I did research the materials and decided on cork flooring because that was period correct, Doug fir cabinets, which is also period correct, and the light fixtures in the bathrooms are definitely, I could imagine that they would have been in one of the houses I grew up in. My first phone call with Jared really stood out to me. I immediately wanted to hire him. I went through my interview process and just kept coming back to how impressed I was with his very thoughtful and sensitive questions about what this remodel means to me, because it is my home and my home is my sanctuary, and he recognizes that that is what is important for his clients. He understood what I was trying to accomplish here, and he understood the goal and would also do an outstanding job. Design process is my favorite part. Shopping for tiles and sinks and fixtures is really fun for me. Natalie was a great resource to bounce ideas off of, and of course she has the technical knowledge as to what will work in these spaces. She understood that I was trying to keep the mid-century modern style of the house, using new materials that were period correct and would be a facsimile of what the house could have looked like had it been designed the way I would have designed it back in 1961 when the house was built. When I saw the design, I was really blown away. She just hit the nail on the head with it, and I was so pleased with how she interpreted what I was looking for and created this look that was exactly what I wanted. And then we mirrored that in other rooms in the house. So we have in the laundry room and in my office, we have the same curves that match the shelving in the kitchen, so it's all cohesive. Jeff Cedarleaf is the project manager, and I could wax poetic about Jeff. He's a master at what he does. He really understood that I want the best in this house, and he made that happen, not just with the materials, but with his work. There was never any stress for me. He made sure that anything that he needed to deal with, he took it on and just told me all the good news and shared the progress as needed and also what was coming up, and so I could plan for what to look forward to. So this is my living room. There was no lighting on the ceiling or walls in here. We added the track lights and we converted the wood fireplace to a gas fireplace. We removed the treatment that was on the fireplace to reveal the original fireplace below and painted it, and took out the old mantle and replaced that with a Doug fir custom mantle that matches the cabinetry, and also the hearth was replaced with slate. This is the entryway, starting with my new front door that I saw on a house in Palm Springs that I said that's got to be the door that I have at my house. And we managed to design and recreate it as a custom door. Matching that is this beautiful starburst floor that has custom tile from Morocco. We did add quite a bit of lighting in here so it's nice and bright when people come in. They can see when they're coming and leaving the house as well. Design build gives you kind of a one-stop shop. You have your designer who works with the contractors, and they all work together and they're all in the same office and they can talk all the time, and it just is so much more efficient than hiring everybody separately. And in this case, it was a huge score for me because I got a top-of-the-line designer, top-of-the-line contractors, and everybody just top-notch subs. It just ended up being a fantastic experience from start to finish. I love being in my house. This is where I want to be all the time. It turned out better than I imagined. It really is a dream come true. I'm living in the dream of this house, and the house is just absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with Jared. You will get a beautiful job. You will get it exactly what you want. He will listen and deliver exactly the project that you are hoping for.